Haben Brhane is 19 years old and was diagnosed with autism and epilepsy as a young child. Health workers responsible for his care at Firomnatos Charity Organization tell us Haben started to show steady progress since he came to the facility. But today, like many others at Firomnatos, Haben doesn't get sufficient food or medication.
He is Haben and 19 years old. So he is mentally retarded, especially he has an autism. So he cannot, I think his communication is good, and we decided him just to go to the school for learning or communication. Okay, so Samat, he has a great communication. Haben ፈጠን ድናይ ክንደይ ዕድመኻ ሰተሻተ. So he has a great communication, but somewhat related to this, he has also a stroke. So previously, our company has a different supply on drugs and foods, and we give them like psychotherapy or physiotherapy. But at that time, we have not any supply completely. It becomes zero. We don't have drugs. We don't have supply because of the war, which is.
Firomnatos is a local charity organization in Mekelle. Established in 2018, it is the only organization in Tigray that provides healthcare and education for children with autism. But for more than a year now, the organization has been denied access to banking service. And a voluntary public health officer at the organization, Samuel Mahari, tells us this has meant that many have had to go without food or proper medical treatment.
Due to the war, there is blockage of transportation, communication, internet, so finance, there is not also drugs, by the transportation, there is not enough food, so they need special care. So the first thing is that you need to develop, to respect their interests, so they maybe become angry or shout at you, so this is one of the problems.
Henok Abadi, like Haben, used to receive physical therapy and psychotherapy treatment here at Firomnatos before the start of the siege that has all but crippled the organization.
This child, he has somewhat developmental delay, is paralyzed, hemiparesis, and he has also autism. So the small brain, he just uses a single word, cannot make a complete sentence. So he needs to communicate with every person. He needs to different entertainments.
Almaz Gabra Qorqos, a caregiver for children with autism and developmental delay at Firomnatos, tells us that due to the start of the siege, many at the facility are not able to receive sufficient food or much needed medication.
The children were in a much better place before the start of the war. They used to get nutritious food, diaper, soft papers, and soap. Everything was full here, but after the siege, they're unable to get nutritious food and medicine. Some of these children need psychiatric drugs, medication that's not available anywhere in Tigray now. And we're not able to find diapers either, so we use a piece of clothing that we can find. I call on the world to do what it can to help these children.
The blanket suspension of public services such as banking, telecommunication, and electricity has left many in Tigray desperate, especially children like those in Firomnatos, who, due to no fault of their own, are not able to access medical or sanitation supplies.